There is a lot to be said for powerful, tanned thighs.
Stupid Snoopod. Stupid Snoopod. Stupid Snoopod. Stupid Snoopod. Stupid Snoopod.
Cup of tea?
What did you say to me?
What?
What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were calling me a cup of tea.
What?
I thought... Oh, never mind.
Never mind what?
I'm not.
Not what?
A cup of tea.
Yes, please.
Well, how do you like it?
2 sugars.
Cream?
Yes, please.
Oh, hang on. We've only got sour cream.
Better make it 5 sugars then.
Okay.
I was just thinking.
What?
Yeah,
Good for you.
thanks.
I'm proud.
Really?
Yep. Really proud.
I was just thinking. After all the tea I've drunk in my life, like in my whole life, I mean, which has been many a cup, or a mug,
You mentioned coffee,
well, not so much coffee, I'm talking about tea.
but you have drunk more than your fair share of coffee over the years.
True. But I'm not talking about coffee, I'm talking about tea.
What have you got against coffee?
What?
What's wrong with coffee?
Nothing's wrong with coffee.
Well, why won't you talk about coffee then? You're happy enough to drink coffee, but when it comes to speaking about coffee, you ignore it altogether.
What is your point?
Well, the point is, my stance is... Why can't you talk about coffee?
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm talking about tea, alright? Nothing else.
Okay, there's no need to get stressed.
I am not getting stressed.
Tell me about the tea.
No.
Oh, come on, I was just teasing. Really, I want to know.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that I drink so much tea, right?
Right.
I mean, I really do drink heaps of tea. Lots more than the average person.
No argument here.
Why then do I bleed blood when I'm cut? I don't drink blood. Don't see how. When I don't take any extra blood into my body, I still have all this blood, and yet, when I drink all this tea, there isn't any extra tea flowing through.
Except through your bladder.
Right, no blood flows through my bladder, does it?
Oh, I should hope not.
Well, that's right. So there you go.
There I go. Sorry, where?
You see what I'm saying? When I bleed blood.
Yes. Yes, you do.
You see, I can give blood when I don't take it. Yet I can take tea and I can't give it. How is this possible?
I don't know.
I think it's one of God's greatest mistakes. He designed man to be functional, yet I cannot produce tea to give to the needy. One of man's biggest flaws.
The inability to produce tea through the veins.
Yes.
I didn't know you believed in God.
Hey?
You said it's one of God's mistakes.
So, it's a figure of speech.
Well, no, it's not. Saying one of God's mistakes is not an off-the-cuff remark you make when you can't think of anything original to say, like off the cuff.
Yes, okay, very profound.
So you don't believe in God?
Sometimes.
So you do believe in God?
Sometimes.
Only for the bad things, right?
What?
Or you use God as an argument when the worst happens. You say, if God is so great, why are so many people evil? Or why are so many people dying? When good things happen, God has nothing to do with it. You always criticize pretentious actors or musicians when they thank God for their award. And you say,
God has nothing to do with it. If he does exist, why doesn't he stop wars or hunger?
well, what if he helps people do these great deeds or win sporting events or even the Nobel Peace Prize?
They don't have his help, they do it by themselves.
So why criticize if people look to God for guidance and support?
What about evil things?
Satan?
Huh?
Well, the Antichrist. He makes people do evil things. That's his job. Just as it's God's to create peace, love and hope. But it all depends on who you listen to.
Listen to? Can I tell you something? There was this priest in Malaysia, right, who was busy chatting with God when he stepped out in front of a bus and was run over.
So?
So, surely God in his infinite wisdom could have called out to the bloke, "Oi mate, don't step in front of that bus." Or, "Whoa, mind that bus, mate." But instead, nothing.
Well, maybe it's all part of his plan.
Gee, I'd be pissed off if I were him. I'd be having some pretty stern words with God if he did that to me. He'd better apologise quick smart when I saw him.
Well, that's not the point. The point is that people do listen to God and they do believe that he shows the way.
What way?
Well, whichever way you're going. People choose to listen to him.
What if I listened to God all my life? I pray, go to church, and I don't covet my neighbour's donkey. One day I'm talking to God, the next day I'm dead, and I found out there is no God, and I've been talking to the ceiling the whole time. What then?
Well, how do you know there is no God?
How do you know there is? It's a lot easier not to believe in something when you don't know it exists.
Well, I guess you don't need to know. You just believe.
Well, I've had it with believing. Believe in this and that, and you'll find yourself never doubting.
Well, what's wrong with never doubting?
If you never doubt anything, you believe in everything. Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Hitler.
Hitler?
Yeah, how do you know he's real?
What? Because he is. He's... Well, was he on the news?
How do you know he is real?
I've seen footage of him.
So I've seen footage of Santa Claus in the snow with his reindeer every Christmas. Does that make him real?
But Hitler is real.
Why? Because he was on the History Channel every 20 minutes? Because people say so? How do you know that people didn't create Hitler?
Why would they do that?
Because they needed someone to compare evil with.
What?
Perhaps he was created to show us what evil is and to stop others from doing the same. Perhaps Hitler was created to show us what not to do.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Why would they create someone so horrible just so we wouldn't all be maniacs and kill each other?
The same reason that the same people would create a man who was nice and kind to everyone, a man who treated everyone with the same sense of love and understanding, a man who, shall we say, turned the other cheek.
Well, how can you say that?
Makes sense when you think about it. That nice bloke is a great role model for kiddies.
But Jesus was real.
If he was real, why was his life called the greatest story ever told, like it was a fairy tale? Surely, the greatest work of non-fiction ever documented would have confirmed the story as fact.
You've lost your mind.
Did my words hurt you?
Do you feel pain?
When?
When something hurts?
I'm not sure.
Well, when you cry, do tears come out?
No, just salty water.
What do you think about?
Whatever's on my mind at the time.
You've lost the plot.
What plot?
All plots. Whatever plots you once had are now permanently displaced.
I don't doubt it.
Perhaps you don't understand what I'm saying. I think you have gone insane. Seriously. Don't you have anything to say about that?
Just because I think a little differently to you.
I don't think you're thinking at all.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I just know.
Know what?
Everything.
Nothing.
All things.
Why do camels have humps?
Because they need them.
Why do they need them?
Because without them, they would not be camels.
Why does the world spin?
It has to.
Why does it have to?
Would we recognize it if it didn't?
What happens when we die?
We stop breathing.
I mean, after that.
We continue not breathing.
After that?
Still no breathing.
What happened to the dinosaurs?
They died
Why'd they die?
because they stopped living.
Well, what killed them?
Death.
Oh, I'm sick of this. Every day it's the same. Every day, the same self-righteous, pompous, know-it-all attitude. The same old shit, every day. I can't take it anymore. One day you will wake up to yourself and realize that the universe doesn't revolve around you, that you are just as insignificant as a piece of chewing gum on the bottom of a shoe. And then where will you be? Where are you going to hide then? Oh my God, you've got nothing to say. For the first time ever, I have shut you up. It's a miracle. See? There is a God. I can't believe it. You've got nothing to say at all. Call the papers. Tell the world. Have you anything to say?
Hey guys, want a cup of tea?
Sure. 5 sugars.
Hey, we were just thinking.
Yeah?
Yeah. Blood, Sweat and Tea by Matthew Barry and Stuart Buckland. Special guest appearance by The Trout. I have recently discovered that I have no patience for people that have no patience.
This is an Angry Chimp podcast.